kind of go for these short engages where they can't stack the passive initially because your W blocks auto attacks. That being said, if you end up in an extended trade, you will suffer. So going to come down to execution here for NONGSHIM. I feel like if they fall behind, they are not going to have a good time. They're going to really struggle in this one. So all guns blazing from minute 1.
All right. NONGSHIM fans, relatively loud. I like that. T1, of course, making LoL Park erupt as per usual. But I do like, you know, the underdog story seems to be getting to a lot of the fans here at LoL Park as well. It's NONGSHIM.
They're just a fun team to support.
They are a fun team to support.
You know, I think one of the things is that, you know, you have these top teams, but Gage comes in.
Yeah, Peter is going to find the hook onto Carrier, but he's going to give him the door. And therefore, they're able to eat all of it. Oh, there's the flash forward from Peter. Steadfast Presence is down for Sylvie, but everyone just wanders away. As in goes Fiesta, Emperor's to add onto 2. Another hook is going to come through. Peter is going to be emote spamming as well. And NONGSHIM, they'll grab first blood and a Drake.
Beautiful play there from Fiesta. The flash is banned from Gumiusi to get away from the initial play. But they overstay, they overcommit, and the Azir comes in. Kind of disappointing for NONGSHIM.
Win a cool fight and everything was great and they have it. In the meantime, Jiwoo down here towards the bottom side. Sylvie coming down again. As there it is, the Apotheosis and Gumiusi going to be taken down. That anchor almost stole yet another kill, but this one is going to go over to the Poppy and NONGSHIM 2-0.
And that was so well played. Sometimes you see champions, as soon as they hit 6, they go all in. Jiwoo didn't even wait for that. He actually had Peter finish the minion to hit level 6 to really bait T1's ball in. Fiesta might be in trouble though.
He certainly is. As Daisy's coming down, Sylvie trying to get on in here, but the Azir is still going to fall. Fighting with Daisy. And she is going to be able to make it out herself. Rocket keep it up though, and T1 are still just kind of absolutely fine. As the game, I mean, there's not even 1,000 gold in it just yet. We're approaching the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, NONGSHIM are getting this Herald. You know, Zeus actually ults in there. He's going to get some plates here. I think Fiesta's in position to defend mid. But essentially, the signal from when the Siren went bot, it's kind of indicating T1 just aren't feeling like they want to contest this, don't want to risk it. Is also a bit annoying because I feel like he just snowballs into your lane and in solo queue just works every time. But old Nunu was just obnoxious.
Yeah, no, old Nunu also just felt like it felt outdated at the beginning of the game. It was very, it was very strange. Zeus looking for Dundun, he'll find him. Or the Slayer comes down. Dundun is going to ult and then just clear out the wave. It looked very Dundun. As he should be able to slice and dice his way back to his turret. That's exactly what he'll do. But the train is going to come in. Zeus is looking for this. Bit of extra damage. Plates will go down in the mid lane.
So they do get that.
Yeah. You hope that everything's going to be okay. His hook is going to connect here as they find Carrier door in the wrong direction because he was using it against Fiesta. There's the knockup. Peter is just dominating in this game. The Neela finds the Apotheosis. That is Fiesta locking down Faker. 2 kills for NONGSHIM in mid lane. And T1, they will trade for plates in the other lanes. But man, NONGSHIM getting kills, winning fights.
Yeah, and Jiwoo, Neela does so much damage to towers because you can't just queue it. Oh, actually seeing a TP come in here, but looks like it's just going to be a defend. Unless...
Yeah, Fiesta's going to throw an ulti around. Bit of fun there. We're still going to get the flash forward for the heroic charge. Beautifully done.
He distracted him with that sideways ult. Gumi's just like, what is going on? Oh, I'm dead. Super broken, everyone hated it, and this one's super bad and everyone hates it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone nothings it now. As Emperor's Divide going to get a flash out from Ona. Daisy comes down, Peter in position, the door is in place, decent knockup as the arrow's going to come in. Chiwu is going to block it, oh my goodness. Okay, Carrier going to be the one to fall down here as we got teleports coming in from everyone. Faker going to get hooked, but the buster shot is going to be there still. Faker's taken down, Chiwu is a monster. Zeus also being put into his zombie form. NONGSHIM are winning every fight on the map. Orcs, what's happening?
Jiwoo tanks the arrow. He's the 80 carry.
He
body blocking skill shots.
Into the arrow, and it's good.
It worked. And T1, I feel like, are just underestimating their opponents.
You can't. That is, that's just how stats work. Arrow is going once again.
Just a lazy dodge.
Yeah, it's just the lazy wander to the right strategy.
You know,
knows some maneuvers. He
if
does
he was
know
playing
some
on the
maneuvers.
controller, that would look like stick drift, you know?
Well, okay, that is a flash Q. Going to land the ulti here as Emperor's Divide after the flash is going to stop Carrier from really doing anything. Still manages to get the ult and the flash out from Fiesta. And Gumushi going to be able to take this turret. And T1, they're not behind by very much at all, really, but that is going to be sole point.
Sunfire.
Yep. We're not going to have a look at his skills. We're going to have to click off. Orcs is not allowed to see that. Not allowed to see that. Not how that one should happen. Is teleport onto Daisy. Carrier in a little bit of trouble. Does flash for the ult. Doesn't find it. There's the flash out from Fiesta. Eats the exhaust as well. Heroic charge. That'll take down Carrier. But can they get onto the rest of T1 is the question. Daisy's taken down as well. And NONGSHIM, with this one kill, can they just go to Baron?
Maybe. You know, they have...
Okay.
They're trying to bait T1 in. Dundun's on like a flank angle. Look at the control wards. If they push in too aggressively, Dundun is there on that flank.
Depth charge still available. Apotheosis still available. There are a lot of tools. For NONGSHIM still here. Hook is going to land there onto... Oh! There's the Apotheosis! Onto 4 into the backline. Jiwoo! An absolute monster. Faker gonna rocket jump his way out though. Peter lands another hook. Fiesta going relatively low, but it's a big crocodile that will find Faker here. Still, they are able to escape. They're heading every which way, but it is going to stop the Baron. Looks like it's going to be Soul that NONGSHIM will settle for. But how did kind of like no one die and Jimmy hit 4 people with an ult? That's not
That
fair.
was the sickest play I've seen when no one has died.
Right?
It happened, and then they kind of just all flashed away. And T1 now have no flashes, but we'll see. I think you just give up the Dragon, honestly, but they might try.
Yeah, Hook is going to miss here as Daisy comes down. That's going to be the steal. Emperor's Divide does nothing. The door is set up here as Dundun looks to get in. He will be able to dash his way out as Arrow is going to connect. And I think it's going to be sacrificial Croc here. T1 will be able to take him down. Can they get anything else, though, is the question. The answer is going to be no, unless they just head towards the Baron themselves.
No TP on Dundun. 40 seconds on that death timer. And you have a Scion and an Ivan. You can tank Baron indefinitely. This is going to look like one of those T1 Barons. They can start it up, and we'll see if they can find an angle to turn it. I don't think they want to go for the 50-50 because Sylvie does have Hex Flash over that wall.
Yeah, as Daisy's going to dive on top of Peter. He's not going to be able to find anything. Jiwoo is alone. Still going to be able to dive in there. Jubilant Veil is just not it, though. And T1 back to the Baron now. Very sad for NONGSHIM. Felt like they just had to play so much harder to get all of their advantages, and now they've all kind of evaporated as T1 deny the soul, grab themselves Baron. See whether another great play is going to happen here as Daisy's knocking people all over the rift and just dealing with Faker as best he can. Megacone to try and get the Renekton out of there. Keeper's Verdict does a decent amount of work as they get a double knock-up from Peter. Carrier's dead once again. Emperor's Divide onto Tuku. Mushi going to be taken down, but it's traded for the Azir. Buster shot onto Jiwoo is fantastic, and now it's Sylvie by himself. 3 versus 2 now as there are Barons still around T1, and Ona feel like he's just starting to manipulate the battlefield with all of these shields. And Faker as a secondary AD carry. Doesn't matter if Gumushi dies.
Yep, you have the front line and the side.
Oh dear,
no.
Jiwoo's going to have to dash. Does do so to get himself out of there. He will survive, has his Ghost available, but no ulti. Jubilant Veil, of course, is very, very helpful, but he's got a very long cooldown as well. LDR is now done, but might be a little bit too little too late as the inhibitor is going to go down in the mid lane. And he is really starting to hurt. 3 items and a cheeky little Vamp Scepter as Peter's going to land another hook, but he's taking so much damage. Keeper's Verdict is going to break up the fight though. Knock up onto Carrier as Zeus will be shredded down. It takes about 4 years in order to get there, and it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Daisy jumps over the wall though, and NONGSHIM, they are not done yet. Once for Faker as well as Daisy's going to be called in. Sylvie gonna have to get out of there. Another arrow is gonna go wide. They get a stun onto Zeus, who's taking a lot of free damage. Hook is gonna pull him back, and now this time Carrier gets into the back line. The damage is just not quite there from T1 though. It's Faker dives on in, but he's going to be punished. Fiesta survives for so long as Dundun is golden. He's trying to tank in that front line. Will be oh, never mind. Dundun survives. Fiesta not gonna be so lucky as Zeus getting taken down incredibly low. Sylvie, Jiwoo and Peter still trying to get out of there, but looks like Carrier's going to live. The Zombie Scion comes in. In goes Sylvie. He looks for it. It's a double kill. as Jiwoo locks down the Braum. The Ash will go down as well, and Ona could just look on in horror as NONGSHIM win another fight.
Such a hectic fight, and it feels like it's constantly coming down to these inches. Ona still has the smite and the root call if he wants to look for this, and NONGSHIM will pull out. Super minions in the base, but I think Ona's not going to go with the steal. They will secure the Chemtech Soul again. Not the most impactful, but a definite big boost for NONGSHIM on the back of that team fight.
And NONGSHIM just wanting to set up that phalanx as best they can. Dindin's not here though, they go for the engage anyway. Jiwoo dives in, not the best engage they've had, but they're still not taking all that much damage. Dindin will arrive and he's like, oh, just ignore me guys, I'm chilling out to the left of this fight. Daisy will be the first casualty, but that is about it. So a lot of buttons now that he's going to use it. And the train is looking for the crocodile. He does avoid it, as there is the ulti, but I don't think Dindin's going to be able to keep himself alive for that long. T1 a split though. The Baron has been started. NONGSHIM trying to play the mind game.
Just let the croc go.
Yeah, T1 are just going to move back towards the Baron. They want to stop it. They're going to say thanks for the leash. How is this working? This is insanity as the arrow is going to connect. Pretty tenacious, but not quite enough. As in goes Jiwoo, he finds the backline. Gumayushi's in trouble now, and he will be taken down. Poppy steals away the Baron as well. Fiesta takes down Carrier, and NONGSHIM, I think they've done it here in game one.
This might be enough. It's still some strong members left on the side of T1 with the mid jungle, but it's against 5 members of NONGSHIM who are looking to push up with this Baron. Still a lot of damage they need to do. They are tanking the tower, keeping the minion wave alive, and there's another coming in. This might be enough. NONGSHIM might be able to get this game 1 win.
That's going to be the mid inhibitor turret going down. The inhibitor will fall as well. Faker and Ona together. Can they make this one happen? NONGSHIM, all 5 members. Dindin's already ulted. They are getting on top of these Nexus turrets. Faker's going to be taken down. That will be Nexus turret 1, Nexus turret number 2, and NONGSHIM, they will go up 1-0. Against T1 tonight.
And you know, I think for a lot of that game we didn't really believe.
Nope.
And it finally came through, and you can see how happy they are. This
Blood, everyone is using my emote, okay? Yep. If we win the game, everyone uses my emote.
And then people will buy it. That's how it works.
That's how it works. All those royalties go over to Peter. Remember, he was in that match that they won, of course, alongside Deft. See how it goes here as we hop onto the Rift for game 2. Okay, here we are, onto the Rift for game number 2. NONGSHIM, can they come out with a 2-0? Imagine it, tying 8th place and really making people confused about the state of T1 right now because they looked amazing against D+. And then,
and you know,
like, it felt like the renaissance, like the resurgence.
They would win the 2-0, and they would start their journey to their world thing that we kind of saw that T1 should have been doing. Yep. And T1 are the ones, the agency.
Oh, okay, crash down on top of Peter here is Jiwoo trying to get aggressive, but not able to find too much damage onto Gumayushi, just splitting it quite a lot. Peter will survive, as now Ona, it's his turn to come in for a bit of a gank. Fiesta, he senses that something's up. You can see Faker moving past these minions. Sylvie is going to come in as well, as Ona, very far away from this now, is headed over towards these Raptors. With control of the mid lane for NONGSHIM, this is somewhat dangerous, as it is going to be the Raptors secured by Sylvie. He's got red buff. Ona is taking a lot to get out of here. There's the flash with the steadfast presence. Sylvie, what happened? He's playing like a madman today. That's first blood for the Poppy. Just brings the hammer down. Peter and Jiwoo here towards this bottom side. They do have their Poppy, allowing them to go for a little bit of a shove in. They're going for this as Gumayushi's in trouble. They're going to focus onto Carrier. Crashes down, gets the shield, but that is going to be another kill to NONGSHIM. I do not know what happened to this team. I'm just making sure that I know exactly how to use it. As Grand Entrance comes on in, they knock up Ona. He's going to secure the Rift Scuttler. But is he going to be able to make it out as Fiesta and Faker are going to meet each other? There's the flash over from Fiesta. He takes a bear as well as now Faker's possibly out of position. They changed their minds. Faker's going to have to flash, and he's doing a lot of damage here to this Azir. Tib is still following. Burning. The Emperor of Shurima will make it out. His first streak is Chemtech, not exactly going to be the most popular, as there is a Glacial Prison, and Fiesta is really dead. Faker will lock down that kill here in this mid lane, T1.
Chat, and I think as much as Owen doesn't have the ultimate, you really want that ult for the Poppy available.
Oh, heroic charge comes in. Steadfast presence is pretty good, but that is going to be the flash forward as Zeus is going to join the party. Fiesta's getting out of there. Sylvie will be taken down, and T1, they get their second, and they are really starting to take back control of this game.
Yeah, they're looking towards the Herald and should be able to secure with no contest.
Early career was Gragas and the Gnar, and his Gnar looked really good as Faker. Not going to hop skip into that forest as Emperor's Divide will push him back. That is going to be the interruption. You love to see it, NONGSHIM. Just find the combo and he's dead.
So well played. Peter having faith in Fiesta. W Fake could even touch the ground and slam into the wall from the Azir. Beautiful execution. And the thing is, you know, Faker might have sensed it, might have gone, you know, it's a bit risky for me to go towards this brush.
Yeah, you
even
did.
saw
You saw
Peter.
that, yeah,
and then still dies. Not much you can do there now. Trying to get this dragon. Sylvie just have ult to try and disengage.
Peter has level 6 as well, but there it is, Keeper's Verdict, and that is going to be goodbye. 36 health on the dragon as Faker is going to teleport forward. Magnus Storm comes in as Carrier. Not a whole lot of follow-up as Peter gets so many charms, and he'll just get them all out of there. All right. They just decide, no, I'd prefer not to fight it.
Successful heist, you know, got
Absolutely.
the dragon, got away, a lot invested by T1. Oh!
Okay, there's the re-engages. Jiwoo just cleanses and kills. The Rel has already been taken down. Owner is at full health. Peter can just battle dance though. Gumayusi, a little bit of trouble. I don't think this is over just yet. As Owner is still, like we say, very healthy.
That was another one, by the way. Another one of the
another moment.
opponents. Yeah, better than T1's team play. Coordination so far.
As Fiesta avoids the Winter's Wrath, but not going to be able to avoid Shirley making her way in. Does get interrupted momentarily, but still will get the charge. That is going to be a plate.
25 they are like trying to make that engage happen, trying to make the dive, but I think T1 looked much better playing those protocols.
There is the Glacial Prison, it misses. And Peter just gets out of there.
I think this team has struggled when they are playing these comps where this was...
Poke the Herald in the eye. Should be contested though, you can see there is a Crocodile in base with teleport. He's going to channel it now. Heroic charge doesn't get the stun onto Carriers. Now Sylvie could be in trouble. He takes a lot of damage, but flashes away immediately. Dundun does have the ulti running. Zeus will lock down the Herald, I'm pretty sure, as he dives forward, finds the three-man. Now Featherstorm comes in from Jiwoo, but Peter will be the first one to go down. Gumayusi claims his life there as now Dundun in trouble as well. Zeus throwing houses and rocks, and Magnus Storm. Carrier finally finds his moment. It's a triple kill for Gumayusi as Faker was taking so much damage. Fiesta will shift some sands, but I don't think he's out of it just yet. And there we go, the flash forward, and that is the ace. T1, welcome back.
4-0, and that's a T1 we know. And this is the style of play they've been renowned for. The agency, the engage, the skill checking their opponents, and they find such flawless execution there. Everyone just coming together so smooth, and they...
Wait, there is the turret falling towards that top side. Surely going to be utilized in order to grab that. And what NONGSHIM needs to not do is just stop doing things forever and then lose. He needs to try and make a little bit more happen as Fiesta going to get prisoned. The Chili prison does come through, and Shirley not going to be able to take the turret, but does do a decent chunk there as Dundun in some trouble underneath this one as well. There's the wallop. Zeus looking for the solo kill, but he decides to opt out. Just nars him into the worst soul to the best in just one game. And T1 will be able to lock it down now. I guess if we're going to go off
vision into the Baron pit, gives us much information and is not often swept. So NONGSHIM just trying to keep the information alive. Now Sylvie has to flash the stun, yeah.
Actually a big deal here as Peter.
Or
gonna be
gets to enable Hex Flash.
Ooh, true. We've seen a lot of players be pretty happy about it.
Yeah, glass half full sort of situation.
Absolutely. Ooh, well, that's a full crown, and there's the flash. Faker's still gonna get picked up, and that's the heroic charge. Faker is just dead, and there's a Baron available. Fiesta, he may have just found an opportunity for NONGSHIM.
The angle was so perfect. The fact he waited for the flash and then just scooped him up in front of a wall when you have a Poppy, flawless. But now, yes, they took down Faker, but it's a 4v5, but it's still dangerous when you're on this Baron.
Well, Fiesta gonna grab his health back, look for more of an option. Battle dances now. They dive on in. It is a big Magnus Storm as Carrier locks it down, and oh my god, the damage! Jiwoo's over the wall, but the killer instinct is down, and Gumayusi will shut down the Xayah. Sylvie in trouble as well, and T1, they just used Faker's death to guarantee themselves an ace, or at least get very close to an ace, as Sylvie is going to be a bit frustrating, and they'll grab themselves the Baron.
Yeah, Sylvie, not sure where you're gonna... Oh,
Hex Flash.
Just pretending to be a Grom right now. Just occasionally move about, ribbit a bit, stick your tongue out, and you're good to go. But unfortunately, Baron will be secured.
Still being very annoying. Zeus will push in another wave. There's a Hex Flash, looks for the opportunity. Heroic Charge doesn't find the wall though, as Glacial Prison is used defensively. Void Seeker is not going to quite find the target. Faker, in the meantime, is just going to take down the bottom inhibitor.
Okay, they failed on that one.
Being stretched. Yeah, they're just being stretched around their base, and now all of them die at the same time.
Yeah, try not to lose the inhibitors was
yeah, that's the first one, right? So we failed on that. How many fails do you get?
Running out quite quickly. Maybe one more fail, I guess.
Okay, so Nexus turrets, don't lose your Nexus turrets.
Yeah, that's probably my approach I'd go with right now if I was NONGSHIM.
We'll see whether they actually find a teamfight as Dindin down to 50%. Peria still very scary, does have the Magnet Storm available. They look for Zeus, but he's got a Nava that's just gigantic. Another Magnet Storm is fantastic. T1 just puts them in the blender, and NONGSHIM, no options at all. Emperor's Divide is decent, but everyone's flashing. That is going to be a dead Nexus, and T1, they tie up the series.
Yep, why not?
No, you can make it work. I'm sure you can. Just like you put down a campfire. That's good for in the jungle, right?
Yeah, and we see the Renekton Sejuani, so a very good combo, but you're into Nah, and Zeus kind of just dunked on Dundon last game in this matchup. So, yeah, that's looking a little bit rough. I think the bot lane matchup's going to be unfun. I think the mid jungle is a big edge for T1, and I think T1 are still very much...
We are going to load up onto the Rift for game number 3. Alrighty, T1 fans at full voice.
You see that Draven skin?
Yeah, it's super cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool, but
Mega
also kind of horrifying. Yeah, it is.
What are they called? They're like the bad guys from Borderlands? I don't quite remember.
Oh man, I played these games and I've forgotten. It's been a while.
But you don't really think about their names, do you? Because it's kind of like just mindlessly shooting.
Yeah.
That's sort of how it works.
Yeah. I feel like that's part of the point is that you...
Yeah.
Other than the big main bosses, you kind of...
Oh, yeah, Handsome Jack.
They'll just have to take your word for it.
Whoa. Okay, Grand Entrance is going to come through here. Gumayusi taking a bit of damage. Blade Caller does come on through. That is going to be the end of the trade as Faker. Oh, Blooming Burst getting a couple of ticks off.
But I do like the fact that we're seeing some confidence from NONGSHIM's bot lane. Look for the engage. Unfortunately, it was one of these situations where you CC Draven, the axe lands on top of him regardless, so... Gumayusi didn't really miss a beat, but now looking.
Yeah, there's the flash forward from Carrier. They are just looking for Peter. He will get hit. That is a very early cash in. As there's a flash forward from Sylvie. Gumayusi in trouble, and Jiwoo's going to grab the kill, and now Carrier trying to get out of there. Oh! Faker is dead. It's a solo kill. Fiesta solo killed Faker, and Carrier's also dying. Oh, never mind. It's Sylvie that dies. Jiwoo's still alive, unable to get on top of the Rel, who's pretty tanky as it turns out. And that's a lot of action already. Please break it down. She was getting dope. Owner's dead. What?
I'm not sure I can break that down, but the rest, I will do my best.
Break this down also. Dundon is solo killing Zeus? No, surely not. No. That's a flash. I think he messed that. Did he have? No, he
didn't have his W.
Didn't have his W. That's okay. Gets the flash out of Zeus.
What is happening this game by Ona, but also...
Speaking of Ona, he is going to get knocked up. There's a Pop Blossom. The Vi is going to be thrown into the air. Sylvie's making his way over, and they just give the kill to the Nico. 4-2 now.
I get it, okay? So you know how in the replay they were about to show us Ona dying in the tower?
All of these Adoration stacks start to get stacked up. If that Whirling Death locks down a kill, then it can be really hard. You mentioned already that there's almost like guaranteed lockdown on someone of T1's choosing for the Draven, and the Dragon is now going to be secured.
Probably not the best time. You know what comes after Mega Gnar?
Mini Gnar.
There you go.
I knew it. Zeus going to use that Mega Gnar in order to try and get here, but that is a Gnar that he has to use in order to... Okay, that fadeaway ultimate wasn't really it from Sylvie.
Yeah, so again, is mega ahead in this matchup, and Nico, we know...
All right, that is Gumayusi not going to get knocked up, as Peter can very comfortably get out, and Jiwoo is just free firing. Still has to be careful as Whirling Death going to come in. That's going to get out the Feather Storm, as Gumayusi just stands his ground. Sylvie Doesn't even need to worry. He's just waiting for his Arctic Assault to come back off cooldown. In my, from the games that I watched of him playing Nico back in the day, as I'm gonna have to hold that thought. As in goes Carrier, finds another Magnet Storm as Gumayusi's flashing. Carrier's just dead though. Another cash-in comes through, but it's Gumayusi that stays alive. Is the Nico gonna get knocked up into the sky? Pop Blossom does come forward, but Faker, he avoids it for now. Sylvie will find the ultimate this time, and then just says, no, I'll just get out of there, it's fine.
Yeah,
and that's the back.
You know, we're talking about how there wasn't that much of a gold advantage for Gumayusi. Look at it now.
Whoa.
Yeah. Big cash in
money.
Came.
He's just sort of running around. Shape Splitter going to work out. Zeus has an okay Narbar right now, but he's going to get underneath this turret. Decent dodge. As the wallop is going to come through, and he is absolutely fine. Still, looks like NONGSHIM should be able to get this Rift Herald towards the turret, unless Carrier can stop it. So he's trying to get over here. Yeah, they need to get some of these plates out from this Herald. There's the knock-up. Teleport to come in from T1, and this Rift Herald's not going to do anything. Just no way to make that one work. Blade Caller does come through, but Zeus does not have Mega. Gumayusi getting a couple of axes there, and 2 is about too many. As, okay, Nico going to get engaged on by Ona here as Fiesta trying to get out of the way. Another couple of axes, and he's really dead. Welling Death going to come through, and that is another kill for Gumayusi. This guy's Draven's pretty good.
Yeah,
so the full collector is done. Cheeky longsword there as well, so not quite collector and a half like what I was saying. Gumayusi going to move on over. Faker to the north, doesn't have Tibbers available, and Zeus is in the bottom lane just taking this turret. Whirling Death, not going to be able to get any steals or anything like that. It's going to be absolutely fine though. NONGSHIM awesome if you get a good glacial prison.
That's the thing, if they can burn summoners from Gumayusi.
Speaking of which, that is a nice Captain Jack there from Gumayusi.
That's fantastic. You get the cleanse, so going into the next fight, Gumayusi doesn't have cleanse, the extra movement speed. Also, Nar's range increases with level.
Yeah.
Not fun.
No.
I think is how I would describe it. But now, they're going to throw the Herald down mid, and, you know, I'm going to remind everyone, the first Herald was terrible and didn't do anything. So we're hoping it can outmatch that.
We're going to need it to put its head into this turret. And, by Jove, that's precisely what's happening.
Fantastic. You know,
gorgeous.
Massive improvement over the last one.
Actually, infinity times better than the last one. As Nara is going to be used onto Dundun, who slices. It's going to get him out of the way. House will miss. Yes, wants to charge that Narbar for a little while. You can see Fiesta lying in wait. I think T1 know which one the real one is, as Owner is going to be a little bit split, but there is the Tibbers. Pop Blossom and Faker has to go golden immediately. They take down the Nico already, and the Draven is free hitting. Sylvie's running the wrong direction. It's a double kill for Owner somehow, and Zeus just wandering around, celebrating. The Baron's been up for 14 seconds. We may as well go.
You know, they managed to get the fight they want. The engage from Faker gets onto both carries, although obviously Duo uses the ultimate. The main thing is that the ultimate is burned. Yes, Faker nearly dies. Stopwatch comes in and his job is done. We see Owner charging down the Xayah with no ultimate, and in an instant, all of NONGSHIM have fallen apart, and it feels like their hopes in this game have as well.
Yep. Baron is going to be secured there. Gumayusi wasn't
expecting Carry. You have Carry on a pick with Agency, and Gumayusi on a pick that can snowball. Like, all these things that come together are really what defines T1 and makes them effective. And I think the composition in Game 1, as much as it's objectively a strong comp on this patch and was good into what NONGSHIM had, it wasn't good for them.
No, not quite. As Magnus Storm comes down, Whirling Death actually does a lot of damage from a really long way away, but Gumayusi will turn up again. Zeus managed to take that one down. It's a double knock-up with the Pop Blossom, though. Carrier is very dead, and there's another Glacial Prison. Gumayusi, I don't know whether he's going to be able to get one back on this one. There is some Nico revenge. Owner flashes in, and then finally does find the ultimate onto Fiesta, but he goes golden. Jiwoo is going to get rid of him. The Gnar is gigantic, though! And Zeus sort of by himself trying to take control of this one. Both carries just eradicated as Dundun's looking to try and keep himself alive. Peter should be able to get out of there, and Sylvie's like, wait, Dundun, you're doing it. Wait, Dundun, you're trying to make it happen. There's the knock-up, there's the permafrost, and Zeus, I think he's overextended on this one, and he will be taken out.
Well, I mean, Zeus doing his best to try and keep T1
He's doing it. Let's go. Oh, another Glacial Prison going to come down. Peter gets the charm. That's a knock-up on the Carrier. Gumayushi's just dead. Pop Blossom, it'll find the Rel one more time, and the bottom lane of T1 are going to be taken out. Dundun is also going to be able to deal with these minions. What's happening? Solo Mountain Soul, I guess.
Yeah, NONGSHIM are like, well, you can have Sol. We'll get in the Baron pit against a Rel and a Gnar.
Well, that's a Pop Blossom. That's going to connect onto Ona. And Gumayushi is making his way over. He actually got away from the Drake, but Faker finds everyone with Tibbers. Ona gets in there. Zeus doesn't have a Gnar bar, and they decide they want to engage on top of him. Sylvie flashing towards the Gnar, but he's bought so much time. He gets the Mega Gnar, and Dundun's going to go down. And now Gumayushi's able to flash after Jiwoo. One auto attack. Half of his health bar. He tries his might, but it's not going to work. A triple kill for Ona in the end, and T1 just completely outsmarted them in that whole situation.
Yeah, you can see they were trying, but it felt desperate, it felt overforced, they couldn't quite coordinate it. The ult from Fiesta only catches out Ona, and even then, it doesn't stick. So T1, after a little bit of a mishap in this game for the past 5 or so minutes, they will look to close this one out as a 2-1.
Yeah, Fiesta, I don't think he's got it. No Pop Blossom available. Goes Golden. Nexus turrets are trying to help out here as Faker is tanking as much as he can. Peter will respawn, but he gets not immediately, and he will be taken out. Sylvie, he'll join the conga line, but the Nexus is going to go down before the Piggy. And NONGSHIM, they tried so hard. They managed to take game 1. It was amazing. This time around, couple